she had to do something. She had to convene a grand jury. She had to, push that grand jury, in my opinion, to bring these charges. I thought it was interesting yesterday in her press conference that she said everyone is innocent until proven guilty. But I think that the way the media has portrayed this, they have basically painted everybody as guilty. And that is not how the rule of law is supposed to work. That's not how our justice system works. I think that this is a complete dereliction of duty. I think it is going to create a chilling effect on anybody who challenges an election properly and under the Georgia election code, like President Trump did. And it also begs the question of, why is Fani Willis bringing this? If you look at Arizona and Michigan, the attorney generals in both of those states brought the lawsuits against their electors for challenging the election. So why Fani and why now? I think that in the coming months, she said that she wants to try to have this trial within 6 months. I think that that's absolutely unrealistic. There's going to be a ton of motions that are going to be filed, barring whichever judge is actually going to pick this case up. I think you're going to see a lot of evidence come out in the coming months and in the coming year that is going to vindicate all of these defendants. And I think what they did was proper. They did it with authority. And what they did is they stood up for freedom. And I think that this just shows that the left is persecuting every Republican they can, any conservative they can, just to try to win. And this is a absolute expansion of RICO. Let's just be real. There's never been a former president, a president, or anybody that's been indicted under RICO for election charges. That's absolutely unfathomable, in my opinion. But I think that just once discovery starts happening, you're going to see some of these communications coming out, these emails coming out of what happened during that time. And I think you're going to see that what happened with David Schaefer and with President Trump and with everybody involved, what they did was lawful.
Courtney, you were there right in the middle of this, so that's why I really wanted to have you on today. At any point in any of the things that you did during the end of 2020 or the beginning of 21 as we were looking into this stuff, did you in your mind think that anything you guys were doing was even remotely possibly illegal?
Not at all. Everything that we did was justified under the law. I pretty much memorized our election code book. It was like our Bible at the time. I think that every step of the way, what we did was lawful. I think every step of the way, what all the lawyers did was lawful. And also, let's be honest, you're supposed to zealously advocate for your client. So all the lawyers that are being charged here, I can't believe that she's doing that just because she obviously feels like she has evidence. However, our code of ethics says that you are supposed to zealously advocate for your client. And I think every single one of these lawyers did that, and they did it perfectly.
So we're going through all this, Courtney Kramer, and you've been with us from the beginning, and I just want to thank you for how many times you've come on and given your time up here for a very long time. You've been with this thing from the beginning, and so was I. Did that tour in Georgia, ended up buying a radio station there, AM 1690, because we were just so upset with what got on. But there's 150,000 absentee ballots sitting in a warehouse in Fulton County. That multiple lawsuits have been filed. Judge Amiro now back in control of it, just trying to get a forensic audit. The purpose of the forensic audit is that we have 6 affidavits by election veterans alleging that up to 30,000 of those ballots were fake. Fake, F-A-K-E, fake. Fake means not like somebody didn't sign it. No, fake. Ran through a copy machine and then jammed in the scanner. That's the allegation. 6 affidavits. Never have we had a forensic audit. They're still sitting in a warehouse. Why not?
I think that no judge wants to actually issue this audit. I think that the problem you've seen across the board, even with trying to get a hearing for President Trump back in early 2021, is that no judge wants to touch this. I think you're going to see that going forward with Fani's case as well. No judge wants to touch this. It's so almost toxic just to even have this being brought against the president. But like you said, that's another sign that what they did in 2020, they're vindicated. There's proof that there was misconduct and fraud and irregularities. And that's why President Trump brought the lawsuit. Everything that you've seen come out since 2020 vindicates what they did. That is why, in my opinion, this indictment is absolutely frivolous. I think that the evidence that's come to light is going to be proven at trial if they get to that point, you know, barring any motions to dismiss, which I'm sure every single person's going to file. I hope they do. Like I said, I do think it's a frivolous lawsuit. And you have so much evidence in favor of these defendants. So like you said, with these ballots, that's just one piece of evidence, along with the Dropbox videos and everything else that we experienced in 2020.
You know, Courtney, their objective here is clear. They want to put Trump in jail before the election. And it's a state, county thing, so he can't pardon himself. Courtney, what the hell is going on here?